In this video, I'll give you an idea of how to find people to play games with near you. One of the hardest parts about tabletop gaming, and I'm not talking about just tabletop wargaming, I'm talking about all kinds of tabletop gaming, your board games, your role-playing games, your collectible card games. The hardest part is trying to find people to play with. Now, there are certain games, like if you're going down to Friday Night Magic at your local shop and you bring your Magic deck, you'll probably find some people to play with, and that's cool. But there's a lot of other types of games that you might not find, and maybe you have to work on Friday nights, so you can't go on Fridays, so you're still trying to find people to play your collectible card games with. Or maybe you're really into a very specific board game and you'd like to teach more people about it, but it's just hard to, at work, just be like, hey, I want to play Puerto Rico? Because even though nerd culture has gotten a little bigger and fancier over the last 5 to 10 years, not everybody's necessarily into tabletop games. So how do we fix it? Well, obviously there's the internet, and there are ways that you can kind of try to find people. You can use Facebook a little bit. It's sometimes difficult, if you're searching for, let's say you want to play Bolt Action. If you type Bolt Action up into that bar at the top of Facebook, it might show you the Bolt Action official group, but those people are all over the world. If you type in Bolt Action in the name of your state or country, they might still be pretty far away. It's hard to say. There might not even be a group for that kind of specific, thing. There might be a group that plays that, but the name is of Bolt Actions maybe not in the name of their title, and so it doesn't search, and it's a mess. So how do you fix this? Well, I work for a small company, and we make apps for clients and things like that, and there's 6 of us. And we're also all tabletop gamers, so we made an app. If you've been following the channel on social media, you've probably heard about it. And if you haven't been following, now you'll hear about it. It's called Game4, and Game4 is a free app for smartphones. It is both Android and iOS, and you can download it, and you can find games and stores and groups and other people who play games and want to play games near you. So there's a section for game events, and in there you will find stores posting events that they're having at their stores. You'll find people who are posting events that they want to run and things like that. You can filter by genre, whether it's board game, role-playing game, collectible card game, or war game, and you just click the little filters and it will take away or put back, whatever kinds of events that you want to see or not see. There's also a range filter, so you can say, well, I'm only going to go 50 miles, or I'll go 250 miles for, maybe a tournament or something like that. So you can do all that stuff to filter your view to see the things that are important to you. There's also a little thing where you can click on any given event and then see more detail. Maybe if it's a tournament, well, what's the fee to play, and stuff like that. All that information's in the game event section. But let's say you're looking for a specific game that you want to play, and there's no events in the game event section. You're going to put out something called a looking for players. Okay, and so the looking for players section is kind of like that cork board at the game shop that's got the little 3x5 cards on it that says, hey, we're looking for a cleric for Thursday night D&D, and so call Bob at this number. So it's the same type of deal. You can put for free a little kind of thing, a message in there saying, I like to play this game and this game and this game, but also this game and this game. And let's say I work second shift, so I can't play from this time to this time, but I'm free most weekends. Send me a message. And then people can send you a message through the app, but they will be people who live near you, because that's the way that this whole thing works. Everything is showing it in a local area. So you'll be able to get messages hopefully from someone else who also wants to play Car Wars or Puerto Rico or whatever, and then they will be able to send you a message in the app. You can read the message, correspond with them, go back and forth, get together, meet, preferably in a public place. That's what I'm going to tell you right off the bat. But you might find somebody not only that you enjoy playing games with, but that you just enjoy spending time with. There's also groups and clubs, which is brand new. We just launched it. This whole app, by the way, has launched. It launched a couple days before Christmas 2017. So as of this filming, it's not quite 3 months old. So just to let you know, we've just started getting going. This video is one of the multiple steps to us really starting to fire up the marketing. Anyway, again, new things, groups and clubs. You'll be able to go in there, start a group, start a club, whatever you want to call it, and get people in your area who might want to join in. Maybe it's a board gaming club. Maybe like if you're overseas, wargaming clubs are big because there's not a lot of space in stores to play. So what they do is they get a bunch of people together in a club, and they have dues, from what I understand, and there's usually like a space that gets rented in some fashion or whatever, and there's certain nights that it's open, and that's something that's really kind of special to overseas that doesn't happen as much over here in America, but we wanted to have support for it. There are a lot of board gaming groups in America that you see. But anyway, you can kind of set up any kind of group or club that you want to. People can join, you can message in between, you can post events for just the group or the club that are private, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different features in this new thing that we've just launched, so if you're into the whole group club thing, we got you covered. Lastly, we have built a relatively comprehensive list of stores, gaming stores worldwide. We're just about to 6,000 stores in the listing. You can search by city, zip code, postal code, state, country, whatever you want to do. It will give you a listing of all the different stores in the area and show you the addresses and the phone numbers and all that stuff. And then you can, if you're traveling someplace and you're always like, man, when I travel, I'd love to go to more different game stores. Well, now you can. It's really easy. You can do that very simply. You can also find stores maybe that you didn't know about who aren't that far away from you, because, using a lot of the social media that we have access to these days, it's very siloed. It's very difficult sometimes. It's one app. You look at it, it will show you stores. We had to go through a lot to find all the different places that store lists are kind of held, and we still missed a bunch, but we've been adding and adding and adding. We've added over 100 stores in the last 3 months. People contact us and say, hey, my local store is not in there, and so we put it in. That kind of thing is a big, big feature. It's really helping people to be able to find their local stores. If you're a store owner, or if you're friends with a store owner, or you've ever been to a store and you should tell the store owner this, they can join the app for free, get their store verified for free, and then be able to put all their events into the gaming event list. And then they will have, when they're verified, a little extra thing at the bottom that says, posted, event hosted by, and the name of their store, which will cause their stuff to stand out a little bit differently from, the other regular events that are in the list. It's something that they can contact us on. There's an email down in the description below, and it's stores@imgamefor.com. And we want to get this list to be the best list in the world for store listings. So if you're interested and you want to check the app out, website, www.imgamefor.com. It's here on the screen. It's down in the description. We'd love it if you'd stop by. Android, iOS, we work on them, and keep them pretty much up to parity all the time. We're programmers, we're developers, we're designers. This is what we do. This system's working quite well. What it needs now is just your input. It needs more people in the system. It needs more LFPs. It needs more game events. It needs the user-created content, which you can put in for free. The whole concept behind it is that if you want to be able to find more people in your area, this is going to be the best way to do it. Facebook is problematic, as I've said. You might be searching for one thing and find something else. There's also people that just don't want to share their gaming life with their friends and family and coworkers that they're friends with on Facebook. This keeps it completely separate. So, like I said, this is something I think that I've been working on this for about 1.5 years now at my job. This is not a sponsored post because I'm not getting paid to say this. This is something that I did along with another group of very talented people that I get to go to work with every day. So if you're interested, hit up the website and spread the word. Get your gaming groups, get your stores, get your friends on board, because the thing that will really make this app really, really, really useful is the more gamers that we can get into it, it becomes something that really is going to be super useful to you.